Welcome to Purpose Home Lending. My name is Cameron Ripley, the broker owner. I may have been the person that you interviewed with, or if you interviewed with one of our other managers, I just want to say a big welcome. If I haven't talked to you, please give me a call, send me an email, schedule a time to talk. I'd love to touch base with you. But really, welcome to our team. Welcome on board. This is our onboarding presentation specifically for those of you who are starting off doing business loans or commercial financing, and working your way to become a mortgage loan originator and adding your license so that you can also offer a whole slew of products. So I hope you enjoy this onboarding. If you have any feedback about it, please let me know. Usually let a couple weeks go by of you plugging into our system and then give feedback to see what we could do to really improve. We really believe we're a team and we love having you on board. Thank you. As you're watching this video, you probably have gotten an email with some of the next steps. You're going to be getting a lot of login credentials, but initially we do start off with a hiring contract, and then we will process a background check. Once the background check comes through just fine, just because we do deal with people's social security numbers, possibly, and private personal information, we just want to make sure that we protect the public, as you may understand, and we will go ahead and do that. Once that's cleared, that's when we will be providing a lot of your login credentials for your email service, as well as our CRM, and getting you access to some of our preferred lenders, usually just one to start with, for our commercial loan products, and really going from there. As you start to originate commercial loans and business financing, or business loans and commercial financing, whatever you want to call it, we always want to keep in mind that a client has a need. It doesn't really have to do with your understanding of the guidelines and the processes. At some point, you will want to educate people on that, but you always start by focusing on the client. Every conversation is just, what are they looking for? What are their needs? What is their business about? What are they doing? How long have they had the business? How much do they enjoy having the business? What is their favorite part of the business? What's their least favorite part of the business? And really diving into that with people. Obviously, be aware if you feel like you're wasting someone's time just based on their tonality in a call. At the same time, be aware of your own tonality and watch when you're talking to someone that you keep that tonality specific to what you are saying. So if I want to talk in confidence so that someone understands me, I'm going to talk even keel, and I'm going to say, hey, the next steps of the process is going to be this. As we go through this step of the process, I'm going to be asking this and this of you, but I promise I'm going to guide you through the process. But if I want to convey a tonality of, hey, I'm trying to give you a deal, listen, a lot of lenders out there with these commercial loans, they're going to charge you a ton in points and percentages and fees. They're going to cover it like they're wrapping into the loan, which everyone can do that, but I'm not here to screw you over. Like I have to make a bare minimum to survive, of course, and operate my business, but I'm not going to screw you over. So, right, you understand that tonality. You're going to hear those tones when you talk to people because it's natural for them. They're not the one trying to sell you on something. But for you, you have to definitely watch your own tone of voice. If you talk in a high-pitched, salesy tone of voice, but at the same time, you're trying to express confidence and trust in someone, they're not going to register that in their brain. And that one of the top things our top sales agents are doing is they're paying attention to their tone of voice. Either they do it naturally or they've had to practice it. So I really encourage you to practice and reach out. But remember, our key responsibilities is we are someone's representative to the lenders. We are compensated based on our representation to those lenders. And then we want to make sure that we drive success through their business. So as you talk to people, I want to be your lender for life. I might have temporary financing right now, but in the future, you may need long-term financing. You may need business lines of credit. You may even be interested in commercial financing for the building that you operate out of, and I'd love to be a resource for you in that. So I'd love to know more details about you and your business, and what are you looking for? What are you struggling with? How can I help promote you? Can I offer financing to your clients? That's a big one as well. So hopefully this kind of gives you a little bit of insight and direction, but when you put the client first, you don't have to worry about the loan product right away. Now, the next couple slides, we're going to be talking about prospecting habits, and everyone can develop their own prospecting habits for what they think works best for them. It's just a matter of actually doing what you say you're going to do. We believe that you should start off and dedicate a certain amount of time to certain things. So if we're going to be working the commercial loans and business financing, one of the best ways to start is really to reach out to commercial real estate agents. It's good practice for when you reach out to residential agents and giving them a call and scheduling a time to talk with them about how you can help them with their business. When you're on the residential side, we have access to a lot of free marketing. On the commercial side, we can provide some free marketing to them, but really the best ways to do it are pretty simple. Just taking the listings that they have and going and creating your own content and videos, promoting it on your own social media so that they see, hey, someone's putting in effort. The number one thing I've noticed with commercial lenders over the years is they will take a couple pictures of a property and then never really advertise it past that. They don't do any staging inside, they don't take pictures of the inside or do any videos. The other thing they don't do is they really don't advertise financing options and what people can do. Now with their MLS or multiple listing service, it's called, this is nationwide, it's LoopNet is going to be the main listing source, and it's by CoStar as the MLS. I almost completely forgot and couldn't find my notes. What we want to do is we want to build a relationship with those people. So we do have some scripts that we'll be providing when you are ready and if you express interest in calling a lot of these commercial agents, but you want to make something that's custom to you. I like to call personally and say, hey, my name's Cameron. I'm with Purpose Home Lending. How are you doing today? They say whatever. They usually are pretty standoffish. Awesome. I don't want to waste your time, but I'm looking to partner with some like-minded real estate agents. I actually follow you on social media, and I really like your approach. But I wanted to call because I also offer a lot of different commercial financing. Sometimes I'll call and say, hey, I noticed you have this listing on the market. I'd love to get the rent roll and get it pre-approved for commercial financing. And with your permission, I'd love to go to the property and record some content talking about the financing options. That way, hopefully I can help generate some more business for you. Even if someone's not qualified for this property, maybe I can get them qualified for a different property. How does that sound? Or I like to usually end with an open-ended question like, what do you currently do to generate business? Like, how are you getting these listings? I'll even call commercial real estate agents who have properties listed for lease or for rent. And I'll say, hey, do you ever sell properties or help buyers buy properties? Because I'd love to help convert some of these lease leads to people who are qualified to purchase properties and maybe give you more commission check. Is that something you're open to? And just have a conversation with them once again about how do you operate your business and find a way to come back and say, hey, I'd love to schedule a call in the next couple of days. My company has paid for a lot of real estate coaching over the years, and we want to be able to create custom plans for people. I'd love to talk with you in the next couple of days and share some insights on how I think I can really help you. One of the best things to do is when you're reaching out to these commercial agents is adding them to our CRM Lendered, because then you're allowing the company to create email drip campaigns to continue to prompt them to use you as the loan officer. It's the same thing when you reach out to commercial clients and leave a lot of notes. Not commercial clients, commercial potential loans. So if I go to ChatGPT and I say, hey, I'm interested in advertising short-term merchant cash advance loans, can you give me a list of some industries that would use this? Now, can you give me a list of, let's say it's landscapers in Sacramento, California. Please provide me their email, phone number, and put it in an Excel spreadsheet and give me a list of 3 to 5 emails to send to them to get them to reach out regarding the short-term financing and how it can best help them. And you can really use technology to catapult your business, and that way you're not just going on Google, typing landscape companies, going through websites, trying to find their email. You're allowing ChatGPT just to provide all of that stuff. There's other AIs that you can use as well, and you're welcome to use those, of course. It's just that's an easy way to do it. You can take these clients, you can take these referral partners, and you can add them to our CRM, Lendered. You can send an initial email that you copy and paste, but make sure to add notes. If they don't contact you right away, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you put the pipeline status correctly. That way we can go in and we can say, hey, okay, he or she has this amount of landscape leads that they've added in here, but all of them are under attempted contact. We're going to continue to offer them different business loans in your name. That way people will reach out. I like to set a task that if someone has opened an email, it triggers a task so that the next day I can go to my task and see, oh, this person at this company opened my email. I'm going to call them to follow up. Same thing with real estate agents. Maybe I called, they didn't answer. I'm not leaving a voicemail. I'm going to send them an email. If I see that they opened the email and didn't respond, then I'm going to call and say, hey, I saw you got my email. I just wanted to touch base about it and, go from there. So that's one of the main ways, is to create a networking strategy and create an outreach to customers. I think that if you can split your time evenly, one is I'm going to work with people who are going to go out and they're going to network and they're going to go sell me to their clients. Second, I'm going to go reach out to businesses that I can generate business directly with. That'll help you avoid burnout, because calling real estate agents all the time can get very frustrating. Just reaching out to clients can also get very frustrating as well. In part 2 of your prospecting habits, we want you to really pay attention to your schedule and focus on what can I consistently do. Be very blunt with yourself and make sure that you're very aware of, okay, if I work a lot of hours at my regular job, because I know a lot of people who join our company make a transition from another job into this industry, I need to be very aware of how tired I am, how many other commitments I may have. Am I really going to dedicate 3 to 4 hours on each day on my weekend, or can I only do 2 to 3 hours, right? Then it's going to help you pick the activities that you know you can stay consistent with. I like to flip-flop my activities, so I put focus in one day reaching out to referral partners. The next day, reaching out to my own clients. Why? Because when I flip-flop those two activities, I avoid burnout. I don't get so burnt out reaching out to agents who keep hanging up on me, or reaching out to clients who keep hanging up on me. I feel like I can keep the excitement going because it's a new thing each day. Maybe the last day of my work effort, like if I do a Monday through Friday work schedule for myself, on Friday, I'm going to make it my mad scientist day. All those weird, crazy ideas of creating video content, going to listings and making videos there, whatever it might be, sending mailers out that I hand wrote. That's all things you can do on that last day, but there's things you're not going to be consistent with. You're going to test the waters to see, hey, did this activity work? And if it does work, then I'm going to implement it in my business. The next thing you can really look at is what tools can help you streamline your business. We work with Lendered, which is hosted by a company called High Level. High Level is very technologically advanced, and if you ever feel, hey, I wish our CRM did this, there's a good chance we can tailor fit it and add that customization either just to you, to the platform, or we can find a tool specific for what you need and integrate it with our platform. That way you can streamline your business. I personally will use ChatGPT to search for client leads within a certain area. I will use other technology to create presentations such as this one, where I can send them videos about certain loan products and really streamline my business that way. Now, techniques are huge. It's so crucial for you to reach out to either me, Cameron Ripley, the broker owner, or your manager or whoever's coaching you on a consistent basis. If I put in 3 or 2 days worth of prospecting efforts, I'm calling the person I'm coaching to go over what I've been saying, my tonality, my approach, my follow-up. Why? Because I've seen too often where people will go 2 to 3 to 4 weeks without reaching out. And I'm not someone who's going to breathe over your neck and reach out for you. I'm here to work for you, but you got to reach out. Don't feel like you're bothering me. But I've had too many times where I've tweaked 2 or 3 things or one thing, and the person starts closing deals right away. They start getting referral partners locked in and wanting to work with them. And if you could just not waste time, because it's not just about wasting the 2 to 3 weeks, it's about getting burnt out. And I think people get burnt out because they don't tweak the bad habits that they have that they're not aware of, that's losing them on the deals. A lot of times it has to do with tonality. A lot of times it's their initial pitch when they're talking to somebody. We want people to be able to create sustainable efforts, and the sooner you reach out, the sooner we can build good work habits, because a habit is something you just do naturally. And I know I said this in the previous slide, but it's really important to put it in this as well. Reaching out to leadership is one of the most crucial things you can do. The number one thing, the top two things actually, I have seen from that it's consistent with everyone who closes a lot of deals is, one, they watch their tonality. They either are naturally good at creating tonality that's perfect for the sales industry, or they really have to practice it and get to a point where they instill confidence over the phone and can handle objections just through their tone of voice. The second number one thing I see, and this probably above anything else, is reaching out. Those that reach out more consistently close more deals than everyone else. Those who never reach out always tend to close very little deals. It's just too easy to reach out and even just to spitball some ideas, and we're collaborative with each other. We are also there to help you and coach you. It's not just reprimanding you or helping you with a loan. It's, hey, I just reached out to 5 people. Great, how'd that go? No one responded. Great. What was your follow-up? What did you do? I sent an email. Great. What you should do tomorrow is that, right, we can help give insights, or we have no insight to give and we say, just keep it up. You're doing it perfectly, and at least you're getting that reassurance. Now, the 3 initial emails you're going to get is one for your custom email. We do a lot through Google and Google Suites. You have access to a meeting link that you can create through your own calendar. You can send video links to people. You can record videos, send them. You can create Dropbox folders. But it's also custom branded to you. We also create your own email signature for you, where it has a lot of clickable links on there for clients to see as well. And it's really beautiful. I just need your headshot. It's probably the number one thing people take the longest to get to me. It's too easy just to have someone come take a picture with a cell phone outside with something green behind you or whatever it might be. But we're going to get you your own email. From there, we're going to sync you up with Lendered. I like people to spend a decent amount of time putting themselves in Lendered and practice using it. It's not as user-friendly as I would like. However, if you think it can do something, it can do it, and just try to work through it. It's relatively new to our company, depending on when you're watching these videos. We may have other trainings on it so that you can watch and utilize those trainings to help you pick things to do. But initially, it can be a little overwhelming. So spend some time. That is one of the biggest tools you're going to have in this business. Sorry if you're listening to these recordings and my phone rings. I get 10 spam calls per day. But that's going to be the first 2. And then the third is we tend to like people to start with Lendered as their commercial lender partner. Their platform is just so much easier to work with. They've got social media content you can use and share and customize. They've got their products written out. Also, there is no extra split with them if you broker the loan to them. So you can charge whatever you want to charge depending on the type of deal. Always reach out to your coach or manager or me or our leadership to be able to talk about what I should charge or not charge. And this is very important. So safekeeping of personal information, most things should be sent right to LoanSpark or any of the other lenders. If a client does email you a document that has private personal information, bank account numbers, social security numbers, driver's license, image even, as great as that is that they emailed it to you, download it, submit it to the lender, delete the download off your computer, delete it out of the trash can, and then also make sure that you delete the email and tell your client to delete it as well. You never want someone to call you and say, I think my information was breached, and you're the only person I sent it to. Well, that's not true because companies have payroll services and you never know when they hired the wrong person. So it doesn't mean it was you, but if you take those extra steps that I just described, it will reassure most of your clients. And that is our company standard. If you are taking a client's application in person or they're giving you documents in person, our company policy is you cannot take the documents. You need to take a picture of each document. You can send it to me and I can always scan it, but it's too easy to upload it onto your computer, convert it to a PDF, send it to the lender, delete all of it. If you take people's personal information, you need to then be able to shred it right away after you've uploaded it to a computer, so it's too easy just to take a picture and give it right back to them. Now, as you go through this process and you really start getting a lot of applications and you're looking at closing some loans, our policy right now is we aim for people to close 3 loans, or we can make some exceptions depending on the size of the loan and the amount of effort you're putting in, but we will then pay for you to go through Broker X with UWM or your other licensing courses if you don't want to or can't travel to UWM because it's not mandatory. But Broker X is a great program. It's a 2-week virtual training through United Wholesale Mortgage, one of our preferred mortgage lenders, where they will really get you ready to take your exam. You complete all of your hours to take your exam. Then once you pass your exam, they will pay for your flight and your hotel, usually a nice, beautiful hotel, and they'll pay for some food and drinks, usually during the day. But we will send you some money as well to pay for your food in the evenings because you've earned it. We want people to be able to feel like they earned this. Getting your mortgage license is huge because it gives you access to a slew of additional loan products you can offer such a wide variety of people. There are, of course, more people looking to buy homes than there are businesses looking to get business financing. You can continue to do your commercial lending, but this will give you a lot more opportunities. We've really revamped this because we really put a lot of focus into having people just get their license on their own, and you just never know if this is the industry for you until you've really taken some action in this business, and it's a long process. So Broker X can really help with that. They do a 3-day in-person training in Michigan at their headquarters, which is a huge place, and we've heard only good things from people who have gone through that course. You know, of course, it'll help you get qualified. They'll teach you how to do the application process through their loan operating system and really teach you about their technology, their systems, their processes, because that's going to really help you accelerate your business. Now, after watching this onboarding, I encourage you to reach out to whoever is in your leadership, whether it's your manager, if it's me, which I direct in that email that you receive and watch this video from. But schedule a time. So we like to do one-on-one planning so that we work with your schedule and not assign activities, but create activities that you feel comfortable and confident doing. We role play a little bit. We align those activities with your goal, which is huge. So please take some time to highlight some of your goals and dream big. This is an industry where I've seen people make crazy amounts of money, and we like to be able to help you focus your activities on things that are going to achieve those goals. We're going to set deadlines. We'll teach you how to operate Lendered so that you can set those deadlines. We're going to review your progress, but that's really through communication. There is no, hey, we're going to sit down and do some type of work review. We're here to really help you. And we love feedback. We want this to be collaborative, not complaining. So the more collaborative we can be with all of our loan officers, the more our company can grow, which will only help you. And the more complaining that people are, the more likely we are to get them out because we're very aware and very cautious of our culture. Well, thank you for watching this onboarding. And like I said in the previous slide, please reach out. Let's schedule a follow-up call. And thank you again. Welcome to Purpose Home Lending.